Manju had just settled down with a book when she was startled by Babu's urgent hiss, almost in her ear. Manju, I say, Manju. Manju looked up from her book with a start.
Oh, Babu, what is it? How you startled me.
Listen, I'm going out. Want to come with me?
Where?
I'll tell you later. If you want to come, just say so and come quickly.
But Amma?
We'll be home before Amma. Are you coming? If not, I'm off. Manju jumped up in a flurry.
I'm coming, wait for me.
Babu was waiting with a huge lock and key when Manju came out. He locked the door, gave the lock a tug to make sure it was locked, then thrust the key at Manju.
Now,
She asked Babu impatiently.
tell me where we are going.
To watch a procession. Walk fast. We may be late.
What procession? Whose procession? Where?
The college students are taking out a procession from their college to the collector's office. Mohan told me we could watch. He says it's going to be peaceful. There were already some people lining the roads. Manju and Babu found a good spot, almost opposite the gate of the collector's compound. They had to wait for some time. In a while, it began to rain. It had been drizzling off and on since the morning, but this was a heavy downpour, the usual monsoon rain, heavy and steady. People rushed for shelter. Manju and Babu sheltered themselves under a large tamarind tree. Soon they heard the magical words.
They are coming! They are coming!
The children, like the others, rushed out, heedless of the rain. Policemen now appeared all along the road. Some of them walked in front of the students, some by their sides. But the students marched as if the police didn't exist. They walked in complete silence. There were no slogans, no shouts, just the shuffle of feet, the drip of rain, and a low murmur from the watching crowd. Babu and Manju looked eagerly for Mohan. Yes, there he was, dressed in white pajamas and a cream-colored shirt, with another boy, both holding aloft a picture of the Mahatma. Their arms must have ached holding it up that way for so long, but their faces were expressionless. Now the leaders of the procession, Suman was one of them, they saw in excitement, had reached the barred gates. A police officer, he was the DSP, Mohan told them later, came up to them. There was some conversation between him and the students. The students seemed to be arguing. The rain had lessened now, and the police officer took off his hat and ruffled his hair. Once he laughed, showing all his teeth, but the students remained serious. One of them handed him a piece of paper. He took it without glancing at it and nodded. The students turned their back on him and one of them shouted, Mahatma Gandhi ki Jai!
Jai!
The others shouted back loudly, and then they briskly marched back the way they had come.
Is that all?
Manju asked in disappointment. What else did you want? A dance? A drama? Babu asked scornfully. But he asked Mohan the same question when he returned.
Why did you go back so quietly? Were you scared of what the police would do?
Mohan seemed immensely pleased with himself. Scared? Not by a long chalk. We had planned it this way. We knew they would stop us at the gates. We knew they expected us to protest and be violent. Oh yes, they wanted us to do that, so that they could beat us up and haul us away to jail. But we are not prepared to go to jail. Not as yet, anyway. Not until we've given them much more trouble. And so we decided we would give them no chance at all. What was the point then? Babu asked, while Manju listened earnestly, her chin cupped in her hands. It's like a declaration of war. We've told them now, this is war for us and you're the enemy. You don't start a war without first declaring your intentions, do you?
And what was that paper you gave the policeman?
That was a notice we served on the collector as a representative of His Majesty's government, asking them to quit India or face the consequences. Suman and another boy turned up after they had finished their dinner that night. The boy staggered in with a large newspaper-covered parcel in his hands. Got it? Mohan asked, his voice tense with excitement. Yes, lot of trouble, though. Where shall I take it? Here, let me help you. After the boy left, Suman, Amma and Mohan went into the small puja room. Babu and Manju stared curiously over their shoulders at the mysterious parcel which turned out to be a cyclo-styling machine. Babu, Mohan said as they settled down to work, sit out in the front room and keep watch. Give us a warning if anyone seems to be coming to our house. Manju, go to bed. Or else, he went on, noticing her crestfallen face, you sit here in the hall and pass on Babu's warning to us. Babu sat outside, alert and attentive. He felt a thickening in his throat. It was beginning, and at last he was doing something. He kept his eyes and mind on the road outside. It was deserted. In a little while, the 9 o'clock siren went off. Babu thought for the first time, that day of the war being fought all over the world. And suddenly, coming out of his reverie, he tensed. A man on a bike. Yes, he was getting off. Babu flung himself inside. Manju turned a startled face to him.
Someone is coming in.
There was silence. From inside the puja room, 3 faces looked at him blankly, the dim light giving them a peculiar look. Shadows quivered and danced as the wick in the oil lamp flickered and fizzed. Then Amma got up and came out, followed by Mohan. Suman stayed inside and Mohan closed the door of the room.
Manju, go to bed. Babu, you too.
There was a knock at the door. Babu rushed to his room, unrolled his bedroll and threw himself on it.
Who's there?
Amma called out. Knock, knock.
Mohan, go and see who it is.
Manju noticed that though Amma's voice was steady, her hands trembled. Mohan came in saying, Amma, it's Patil, the sub-inspector. Amma held Manju's hand in a tight, hurtful clutch, though her voice was still cool and calm.
What does he want?
He wants to talk to you.
To me?
The hand relaxed. Manju drew her own hand back and rubbed it softly. I haven't come to trouble you. A strange voice said, Your husband was my friend in school. I'm a friend. Amma got up quickly and went out. Manju waited a moment and followed her. The man, was he really a police officer? Was saying to Amma, Yes, we were in school together.
Please, Patil Sahib.
Amma said rather impatiently.
Tell me why you are here.
It's like this. Suddenly, the man was brisk and businesslike. His glance swept over all of them, taking them all in shrewdly. There's going to be a search in your house.
When?
Most probably tonight. I heard the Sahib talking. They were speaking of a cyclo-styling machine. It seems you people are making copies of the Mahatma's speech. They say you have people hiding here as well. Ha! Mohan scoffed. But you have the cyclo-styling machine. No! Mohan said instantly. Have you? The man asked Amma. No! Mohan repeated angrily. You're wasting your time spying on us. Tell me. The man ignored Mohan and spoke to Amma.
Yes.
Amma replied simply and Mohan made an angry hissing sound. Where is it? Amma, you've gone?
Inside.
Manju's heart began beating wildly. Why was Amma giving them away?
Give it to me.
I'll get it out of the way. You can have it when it's safe. Mohan burst out again. Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a policeman? The man touched Mohan on the shoulder. Mohan, you're still very young. There are many things you don't understand. I am a policeman, yes. But your father was and still is my friend. And this is my country as much as it is yours. Now, give it to me quickly. They may come any moment. Amma opened the door of the puja room and said,
Suman?
Suman emerged, wiping her face with her sari, looking anxiously at them.
Come in.
Amma beckoned to the man.
It's here.
Suman stared at Amma and the man in bewilderment. Amma smiled at her and said,
You have got to get away, Suman. Take away all that material. Mohan, will you?
Mohan stared at Amma, at Suman, and finally at Patil, who stared steadily back at Mohan. Okay, Amma, Mohan said and ducked into the puja room. He lugged the machine out and gave it to Patil. Do you have a largish bag with you? The man asked.
Manju?
Amma began, but Babu had already got it. That's fine, the man said. And then they were gone. Patil, Mohan and Suman. The house seemed unbelievably quiet after the intense activity.
Let's go back to bed.
Amma suggested. Mohan came back shortly.
Suman?
Manju asked him anxiously. She's all right?
Go to bed, Manju.
Amma said. Bed? With the police about to come? But nevertheless, she did drop off and came out of her sleep with a jerk to hear a loud knock at the door. It was repeated. Manju sat up in sudden fright. Amma patted her comfortingly.
Who is it?
She asked loudly. Open the door, a strange voice ordered.
Mohan, see who it is.
Amma said. It was like going through something all over again. But this time they knew for sure it wasn't a friend standing out there. No need for Mohan to announce. Amma, it's the police,